Maniacs, welcome back to the channel, your local bedhead here. It's been killing me all day that I have not been able to talk about this, but they have just released the new official concept of Jason Voorhees, the new image that they're going to be using in this so-called Jason universe, Friday the 13th universe, that's going to be for the future films, future games, and everything like that. They finally gave us a first look at what Jason Voorhees is going to look like. And I've been at work all day, so I couldn't talk about it. I saw that it was posted everywhere. Now I can finally officially sit down and actually give you guys my personal thoughts and opinions, being a massive Friday the 13th fan. I mean, it's in my hat. I have a Friday the 13th beanie on right now. There's a huge part of me that's excited about this. Like, a huge part of me that's obviously excited. But I would be a liar if I told you that I was a little obviously also not thrilled about the new look. I think it's overall, it's Jason. I think that's obviously, we could say that. It's Jason, but it's not, it doesn't feel, at least the mask, if we took everything else and just whatever, that's fine. It reminds me a lot of actually the Never Hike Alone Jason Voorhees, the ghost Jason that they used for their fan films. It actually reminds me of that, but just with a more hockey mask looking hockey mask than it does a Jason Voorhees hockey mask. All right, let's take a look at the new look of Jason Voorhees. And I'm sounding like I'm very bummed out. I'm a little bummed out by this, but obviously the guy who designed it is Greg Nicotero, which, if I'm not mistaken, Nicotero is also the guy who designed, I think he's a makeup special effects artist who has done many other things. Anyways, this guy has done, obviously, tremendous work in the horror genre. We can't deny him that. Look, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think something that's thrown me off a lot is the eyes. The eyes look more ovals than they do circles, which the original mask, it was more circles than it was ovals. And that looks more like an actual hockey mask and not like the Jason Voorhees hockey mask that we've grown to love. And I think it also that the shape above his eyes is more flat and longer, skinnier too, and it stretches and makes it look like he has a unibrow, which is throwing me off. He looks a little goofy. He looks a little dopey. He looks a little dopey for Jason, and I'm not sitting here saying that as a bash. I really don't want to come off that way. There's a part of me that's there's a part of me that's just not satisfied with it. There it is, right there, Leatherface. Let's take a look at his designed Leatherface. Honestly, that's not a bad design for a Leatherface. It's not bad. It's cool. And I feel like it's, out of most of the Leatherface masks out there, it's a little goofy looking compared to the other ones. No offense, it's just a little goofier. It works better for Leatherface, but for Jason, there's something about the mask that's throwing me off. That's, you know what it looks like? It looks like when you get one of those cheap hockey masks from the store and you decide to spray paint it and then redesign it yourself. Yeah, it looks like a cheap hockey mask. Alright, let's go ahead and read this article. Following our exclusive Jason Universe logo reveal last week, Horror Inc. is continuing its Friday the 13th 45th anniversary celebration with a new take on Jason Voorhees revealed by Adweek. Makeup effects legend Greg Nicotero, The Walking Dead, aided in the redesign of the horror icon that will reside in the Jason universe, a multi-platform expansion of the Friday the 13th franchise from its original owners. We strive to maintain Jason's original essence while continuing to move forward to the future with a defined look and feel that takes Jason into his next chapter. We're also working with both familiar and fresh franchise voices to strike that balance, said Horror Inc. represent Rob Barsimian. We gave Greg our new 13-hole mask and worked together on the full-body look that embodied classic Jason. He's a strong, towering, terrifying slasher with a machete, his weapon of choice. So we got the full shot right here. This is the full look of the Jason. It's Jason. It's Jason. It's just a bit underwhelming. You know, we've waited this long to see a new look for this character, and the only thing that's really new about him is the mask, and even the mask isn't really all that exciting. It's not like I'm going to be rushing to Walmart or Spirit Halloween next year to grab this thing. And look, the costume is very reminiscent, again, of the Ghost Jason that we see in the fan films, and not only that, but he's also similar to the remake Jason from the 2009 film. Maybe you could have done something different with the shirt. Maybe you giving him like an actual color for the jacket. Make it stand out more, make it pop a little bit more. Green would have been good because Jason Voorhees is known to wear green in some of the movies. That would have been nice. I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it look rugged and dirty and disgusting looking. We've seen it 1,000 times in horror films, but I would have liked something a little bit more iconic looking instead of just your everyday typical slasher look. Because Jason really needs something like that to pop. You know, Freddy's got the sweater. Michael Myers has got the coveralls. Jason doesn't really have a specific look, and this to me really screams out plain. You know, it's just plain looking. It's not a bad design, but my God, it does not make me excited. It's not like I'm sitting here screaming with joy. It's just another Jason look, and I'm not trying to diss Greg Nicotero. I really wish we got something a little more special here. Having said that, maybe you guys feel differently. Maybe you saw this and were like, oh my God, Jordan's going to freak out. I did at first, but then I started really sitting down and looking at it, and then I was more like, well, that's just kind of it's nothing special, and that's the bumming. We've waited this long, and that's kind of a bummer. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Who knows? Maybe they'll change it in the future. Maybe they'll add something new. God, I just don't know. But let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one. Do take care.
Reactions are nothing new. However, there is one man on a mission who wants to prove the world a fakery. He used to follow all these paranormal shows. Now he's had enough. He is done. Dark sources flowing down, coming after all his paranormal clowns. He is watching, not letting them get away. All these fakers, they're gonna have to pay. Triceratops is throwing down, coming after all these paranormal clowns. He's watching, not letting get away. All these fake stars tearing the fakers apart. Lead with his heart, no one dare tell him catch me yet, because Jacobs has your back. Yeah, 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 Jacobs has your back. one man on a mission who wants to prove the world a fakery. He used to follow all these paranormal shows. Now he's had enough. He is done. Dark thoughts is throwing down, coming after all his paranormal clowns. He is watching, not letting them get away. All these fakers, they're gonna have to pay. Chicago's is throwing down, coming after all these paranormal clowns. He's watching, not letting get away. All his fake stars tearing the fakers apart. He with his heart, no one dare tell him catch me yet, because Jacobs has your back. Yeah, 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 Jacobs has your back. Cottox is throwing down.